I just want to preface today's video by saying one thing. This patch was a little bit lackluster for a lot of those competitive players out there, but there's something more important to talk about. There's 2 weeks until the next season, and that means there's 2 weeks until another balance patch, so the real thing we have to be thinking about is this a step in the right direction? Were these changes a step in the right direction? Let's talk about it. Let's get right into it. Starting off, let's talk about Orisa. Let's talk about everyone else, and let's get an idea of what the meta is looking like for the next 2 weeks and where they maybe are going to be changing this. So with Orisa, again, I'm pretty sure everyone is aware of these patch notes if you're watching this video, but I do want to go over it for those that maybe don't know yet. The Fortify going from 125 to 75, it's not a huge nerf, but it's a step in the right direction, which is good. The Roadhog changes, essentially the summary I could give you, because you guys can all read this, but the summary I can give you is that he shoots a little bit faster, he does less damage, but the big thing that you have to understand is that with a Mercy Pocket, he still one-shots, so that's problematic, but I'm sure in 2 weeks, surely in 2 weeks, that might change. Sojourn, her energy per shot only grants 5 no matter how much damage she is doing, so take it or leave it. I mean, she'll get it a little bit slower, but she still does have that one shot, which is really annoying, along with her mobility, along with her grenade field. I don't know. But then her primary fire damage going from 10 to 9, that also is helpful a little bit. She still one-shots with a damage boost. So the thing is with this is that all of their power now kind of seems like it stems off of a damage boost. I don't know how they would do without a damage boost, but they're still very strong characters with a damage boost. So I don't know if that's what they want, but I digress. Let's keep going. And then the last character we want to talk about is Kiriko getting that nerf from the recovery going from 0.85 to 1 second, which pretty much just makes it so you can throw 2 kunais instead of just 1 in between your healing and food up burst. So what does this change? To be honest, right now in the season, nothing has changed, which is probably a little bit irritating for people, but I did just read a tweet from Aramori. So as I pull this up, I did just want to talk about this. To be honest, I haven't seen this take yet, and I wanted to re-record this video because I already did, but the patch is good. Sojourn is nerfed, but keeps her identity, which I can understand what that take. You can build rail with Mercy Pocket, and it's harder to do that, which is true. One shot's still there, less frequent. That's good. I think the most important, I think the people complaining, that's just normal. People always like to complain. The big one I want to talk about is this is a very good change start, and this is a very good change start. And also, Blizzard said they want to give each season its own identity, and that makes sense. When you're changing a character based on the season, you want to make sure the season has its identity. That's Overwatch 2 Season 2 was the worst season because there was a lot of one-shots. I hope this is true. And this all circles back to what I was talking about originally in the old video that I made last week, where it's just like, I don't know the trajectory of the game and where it is going. It all comes down to the next 2 weeks, folks. If in the next 2 weeks we have a good patch and it seems like they're going to be doing these kind of patches more frequently, maybe it's good. If that's not the case, I don't know what to think. So I can understand where Aramori is taking this. I think people are complaining a lot, and myself, I can fall a culprit of this, but I try to be as positive as possible. These changes are not terrible. It just, they left out a very important part, which was Mercy. I just want to know what the trajectory is and where we're going to be going with this, because that's very important to know. We don't know where we're going with all this at all. We don't know what the next step is. So I'm hoping that Mercy has maybe a little bit of a change in the works, but maybe she doesn't. The other thing that's alarming to me is that it doesn't seem like this game still is catering towards one community. It's not catering towards those really hard competitive players right now, and it's also not catering towards the really casual players either, which is very alarming for me as Blizzard, because I don't know if they know what the brand of this game is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be appealing to a casual audience? Is that how they want to make their money? Or do they want to make their money off of the competitive players, and they think they're going to have the competitive players, getting a lot of skins from them, waiting until the PvE comes out and hoping all the casual players maybe held on just long enough to play the campaign expansion. The reason why I say this is if we look at the last balance patch of 2022, there weren't any developer comments really on that at all. It was pretty barren. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about. I mean, all of these changes are arguably larger than the other ones, but there was nothing said. It just kind of seemed like, yeah, we'll change this. Whatever. Or this is because most of their time is going into PvE, and they really are just putting this to appease people until stuff gets there. Again, I don't know, and that's what's concerning to me. If this is what is consistent, if Mercy gets changed, if it seems like this is what we're going to get as the new normal, where we're going to get more frequent, I think the trajectory of the game is we're going in the right direction. By no means is this a great patch, but it's a little bit better. It's a little bit faster than what we had realized before. I just hope in future patches it's consistent. People have an idea of what to expect, and we're not just going to be blindsided every time. Because to be completely honest with you, when I was sitting there, eating my barbecue chicken at lunch today, and I pull out my phone, I scroll there, I'm looking at this, and I'm like, Orisa's pretty much untouched, and all of these characters can still one-shot with damage boost. Nothing has changed. But to be completely honest with you, the reason why I think nothing has changed is exactly what Aramori said. All of this is a preemptive patch for what is coming in 2 weeks. I hope what is coming in 2 weeks is good. If it is good, that's a good trajectory. If not, we're going down in the dumps again. So let me know what you guys all think. I'm sorry if I sound stuffed. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I am. I'm just getting off of a cold, and I've been recording for about an hour because I'm also making a video for the alternate channel. But if you did watch this long into the video, let me know what you guys all think of this balance patch. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it trash? Should we just stop playing Overwatch as we see it right now, or should we hold on for PvE? Because for me, I'm holding on for dear life for PvE because I'm really excited for that. I don't know what to say what the trajectory of the game is. I wish I could tell you what my opinions are on that. If you were looking for something different in the last 2 weeks of comp, I'm sorry, you're not going to get anything different. You're going to play the same boring meta, but hopefully Season 3 is different. I'm on that Copium pack. To be honest, this is kind of what I expected from a patch like this. It makes the current meta a little bit more enjoyable, but Season 3, that's going to be the reckoning. Are we going to be staying? Are we going to be leaving? It all comes down to the next balance patch. Do I feel confident in it? I don't think it'll be perfect, but I think it'll be better than what we've had. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Let me know again in the comments down below. But until next time, I've got to peace out and pass out. I'll see you in the next one.